close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking in a house that feels alive. Light that changes like the sun, air that breathes like the forest, and intelligence that adapts to your every need. A home that heals, restores, and reconnects you with the natural rhythms of life. You can open your eyes now. This is the home of the future, and it's not science fiction. It's a choice. Light is the most powerful signal our bodies receive. It tells us when to wake, when to rest, when to heal. Think about light and color in nature. Deep reds at dawn, bright whites at midday, those deep blues at twilight. The curve of color is written into our natural biology. And yet, we live in homes with flat, static light that never changes. That's monotone. Think about the lighting in this room. The lights were on. It's flat, static. It never changes. Who wants to live like that? A nature study found that circadian-tuned lighting that changes throughout the day in intensity and color, reduces stress, improves focus. Researchers at the University of Washington found that the colors of sunset and sunrise, the deep reds, those deep blues, they reset our internal clocks and influence our moods. Lighting is supposed to change. It's not supposed to be static. Lighting that changes throughout the day guides us into our journeys of the day. Slowly waking up to deep amber colors, energizing with bright whites throughout the day, then slowly coming back down to deep amber reds. This is nature's color curve written into our biology. And what changes for each of us is that curve, is that timing. The early riser can be woken up at 6 a.m. by bright white lights, where some of us that may need a little bit more encouragement are slowly surrounded by an aura of sunlight, slowly rising until just the right moment that lets the sun in to get our day started. But lighting is just about one thing. How about for imagination? What if walls were landscapes? Yoga in the Sahara Desert. Meditation under the northern lights. Or even a family dinner under a rainforest canopy. LED walls transport us without ever having to take a flight or experience jet lag or leave our homes. But let's take it a step further. LED walls are able to transport us with other people. Imagine seeing loved ones that are half a world away, right in front of you, life-size. During COVID-19, a study for Chai 23 found that adults, when using virtual reality, they interacted with loved ones as avatars. Avatars. They experienced reduced loneliness and reduced anxiety. Imagine seeing your loved ones right next to you. So now, if light and sight are how we see the world, air is how we live it. So I encourage everyone to take a deep breath in and out. How clean do you think the air you just breathed in really is? Sorry. Well, the EPA tells us that indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the outdoors. Sometimes even 100 times worse. The World Health Organization links 7 million premature deaths a year to indoor air pollution. Asthma, COPD, heart disease, even strokes. We may not see it, but our bodies feel it. Fatigue, headaches, loss of focus. But the house of the future changes this. We already have oxygen enrichment systems that infuse our homes with pure oxygen. Think about the last time you went for a hike or stood at the top of the hill. You remember that clarity, that crispness in the air? That's not imagination. That's oxygen balance. Hospitals use advanced filtration systems to maintain perfect air quality. Offices reduce carbon dioxide to improve decision making. Imagine that clarity in your living room. When we combine advanced filtration with oxygen infusion, the homes of the future don't just remove pollutants, they help us breathe. And so let's take a pause on technology for a second. Because nature itself can be the greatest filter of them all. Take lime-washed walls, for example. They're naturally high in pH. They regulate humidity. They prevent mold and bacteria from ever growing on them. They don't just look pretty. They affect our health. But let's take it up a notch. Living walls that cover from floor to ceiling with plants. Harvard researchers found that biophilic design reduces stress hormones and improves focus in our homes. Look around this room. Imagine if one of these walls were covered in living plants. How would that make you feel? The smell of the damp soil, the sound of water trickling, the crispness in the air. While offices with living walls report people coming in with fewer sick days, hospitals see patients recovering quicker and with less need for medication. But until now, our homes have been static. They wait for us to interact with them. We walk into our home and the home's waiting for us to turn switches, twist dials, set schedules. What if a home could react? What if it could adapt? The home of the future is able to sense our needs before we need to interact with it. When we're able to combine the lighting, the air, the living walls, the home of the future is able to teleport us into a new level. It's able to reconnect us with something else. Light, air, sound, and scent brought into harmony. And the home of the future, it's not about just us. It's about our planet. Natural lime walls that reduce bacteria, reduce mold. Living walls that filter our air and inject us with oxygen. The home of the future is about something wiser, something older. It's not about more screens and more gadgets. It's about nature itself. And when we let it, it brings us back to who we're supposed to be. Thank you.